Hello everyone, this is Gaming Dad 56. Today I am bringing you a brand new series, inaugural series of this channel to get started with something that I really have not seen, which is getting to $10 million legitimately in the game. So, that's the goal of the series. You can see we have now less than $20,000 because we just hired 3 workers to work on our fields. So we have a long ways to go. So let me set this up a little bit for you. You know the goal. We are on Goldcrest Valley, and we are starting off just like you start off if you start off a game on Goldcrest Valley. There's not really anything special. You've seen the vehicles that we have, the Case Combine Harvester, 2 Case 1455 tractors, and that New Holland blue tractor over there in that field. The seeders, everything, all the equipment we have is standard equipment that you get when you start the game. If we hop into the map real quick, you can see we haven't done anything. This game is literally like I just stepped into a brand new save game. This guy's going on field number 12. This guy's working down here on field number 14. And of course our harvester is working down here on field number 15. Okay, now we're going to replant that field without plowing it right now, just because plowing only makes up about a 10% bonus for you, and I don't feel like taking the time to plow it at the moment. So we're going to do that. Then we'll worry about plowing later. As far as equipment, so you guys can see what we have. The New Holland, the truck, the 1455, 2 of those, Case Harvester, the trailer, seeder, the header for the combine, of course, a cultivator. Those are our helpers. So that's about all that we have. We don't have a fertilizer spreader or a sprayer or a plow or really any of a number of things that we need. So that's probably what we're going to have to do first. But while they're still working, let me set up a few more things about this series so you guys really have a good idea of what's going on. The goal is $10 million. And as far as limitations, what can I do? I can make that money any way that's available to me in the game. So no cheating or anything like that. What that also means for me is no ridiculous mods that allow you to buy tractors or equipment for way below what you would actually buy it for. Most of the mods that you will see in this game come from Giant's Mod Hub. So they're realistically priced. They fit in with the prices of the other equipment that's already in the game. There are a few mods that will be in this game that are a little bit different. So two mods that are really critical to the series that I did not get from Mod Hub, I'll tell you guys about. But most of the mods I have are equipment or machinery, something like that. Not really big. Like I said, they fit in with the sizing and pricing that Giant set up in the base game, so they're just other options. But there are a few that are different. Up in the upper left corner of the screen, I'm going to look down this way so you guys can get a good view of it. That's Glance. Glance is just a mod that shows us what's going on with our equipment. So I can see right now that Case Axial Flow Harvester is almost 50% full. So I know that, okay, it's about time that I need to be going loading him. Sorry, that didn't make any sense. It's about time to go unload him soon. And then I can also see that my New Holland is doing some cultivating. My Case is doing some seeding and fertilizing. And I can see the fill level of seed and fertilizer is at 100% on both of those. So that's Glance. Real simple mod. It's not really changing or helping us out in the goal of making it to 10 million, except for making our lives a little simpler because we can see what's going on here. The other one, GPS. Okay. Again, this is not a huge game changer. It's just going to allow us to keep our lines straight if we're ever actually out working in the field. So, you know, it's another convenience one. Not a huge game changer, though. And then the Bank of Hagenstedt. Okay, now, this one is obviously from 2013, Farming Simulator 2013, but it gives you, again, convenience. We can see our loan details here. We can edit our loan. We can take out some loans, and we can also see our fields. The main reason I have this in here is for this reason right here, to be able to see the fields, see how much they cost, and see what their size is. That's the whole purpose of having this mod in the game. And that's all it's really going to do for us. It allows us to see how big the fields are and how much they cost without actually having to go there. Again, just a convenience mod. One more that we'll see, drive control. So you can see, if you get down in the HUD in the lower right corner, you can see a little green arrow pointing up. That is telling me what direction I'm going. And drive control allows us to change that. Okay, drive control really is just a mod that makes it nice and easy for us. And good thing we have glance on, because I notice it says my New Holland is finished. I don't know why you think you're finished. You're not finished. Ah, there's why. Okay, and let's try that again. Okay, so he was telling me he was finished because he was slipping and he couldn't get out of it. And to save money after being slipping for a while, they just unhire themselves. Anyway, what you could see I used though there was drive control. So Shift 4 by default turns on four-wheel drive. Shift 5 and Shift 6 turn on front and rear differential locks. So drive control adds some really cool features. The ability to switch from forward to reverse at the push of a button, and also four-wheel drive and differential locks. A little message popped up letting me know that my combine harvester is almost full. Finally, the last huge mod, and this is a game-changing mod. But honestly, guys, if you're used to playing Farming Simulator, you've been playing it for a while, most people can't even play the game without this mod anymore, and that is, of course, Courseplay. Courseplay, in trying to reach our $10 million goal, I don't know if we would even be able to do it without Courseplay, because we need to be able to have other workers shuttling grain around, whether it's to sell it or take it from the fields to the silo. We need other workers to be able to help us with that, not just at the standard worker tasks that the in-game workers can help you with. So that's why we have Courseplay installed. That is a game-changing mod. It's only one of the mods I have that I feel is a real big game changer. It does actually change how things work, but it's gonna be, we just need it. You gotta have it. Like, to play without it is gonna be crazy. So here's some settings that we have. We're on real time, traffic's on, automatic engine start is of course off, because we definitely want that. Fuel usage is default. Now here we go, helper fuel, seed, and fertilizer. They're set to buy. That way we can have workers working, and I don't have to worry about filling them up all the time. Okay, you still pay for the seed. It's not like you're getting it for free. So they're just set on buy, so I don't have to fill them up all the time. Plant withering is on, periodic plowing required, and fertilizer states set to 3. Okay, excellent. Now start this guy up. We need to go offload our harvester. He is full. He is telling us, hey, get your butt over here and offload. So let's go do that. Now this is something I would be using Courseplay for once I set up a course, which actually I will do once we offload a little bit of grain. For these small... It's going to be hard to offload grain when you don't have a trailer attached. Let's try that again, shall we? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to set up a course for this, and I'll show you guys how to set up a course for it if you're not familiar with Courseplay. Most of you probably are, but I'll do it on camera anyway. These fields are so small, you really don't hardly need somebody to offload grain from the harvesters. But in this case, if we were off on the farm doing something else, I'd want this harvester to continue running, so this would be a bit of an inconvenience. So we're going to go ahead and set up the course for it anyway. Offload first. The other two guys are still working away, and we can tell that by looking up at glance in the upper left-hand corner. So this is just meant to be like playing the game, trying to make $10 million. So we're not going to be worrying about realism or anything like that too heavily. We're just going to play the game and try to make as much money as we can. So I'm going to have people cultivating, seeding, harvesting all at the same time. It's not the way I normally play in my own personal save games, because it's just not really my style too much. But for this challenge, there's no way we could accomplish this challenge if we were actually harvesting all the fields, then cultivating all the fields, then putting the seed in all the fields. So we're going to play this like you see a lot of people play Let's Plays, where you just, once one task is done, you do the one that makes sense next. Okay, so we're setting up this course. We bring up the Courseplay HUD. By default, that's a right click on the mouse, and then we're going to hit Start Course Recording. Now I want to get into a different view here. Start course recording, and then we go. It's as simple as that. So we're going to drive him up. We want to drive around and over the unloading point. I like to drive my courses when I'm recording them a little slower than I normally would, just to make sure I get a good course recording, because after all, the computer is going to be driving this, and the computer can be really stupid sometimes. So we'll go ahead and unload. You don't actually have to unload when you're recording this course. You can just drive over it, and when the computer comes back to drive this, it will recognize the unload point and unload automatically. But since I was 76% full, I wanted to unload anyway. And then what we need to do is drive back around to the start, make sure we're not close to running into anything that the worker would get stuck on. And then since this course is basically a loop, running back and forth, unloading the harvester, going to dump it, and then coming back to the field, you want to drive pretty close to the start where you started your course and hit stop. So there you can see I've got start, stop, and you can see the points as it goes throughout. Now, since that looks like a good course to me, we're going to save this and give it a name. This is field 15, so I like to call this F15 to Silo. Pretty simple course name, really. Now, down here you have the different worker modes. He is offloading from a combine and then going to empty. So, combi mode, empty combine, and offload. That's what we want. We put him in that mode. Tell him to, we need to go over here to the manage combine settings. Instead of automatic search, I want to put this on manual and choose the combine, which is the axial flow. Now he's set to that combine. We go to settings for combine mode here. Where do I want him to start unloading the combine at? When the combine gets to this percentage, he's going to drive over and start offloading it. So 50%, sure, why not? Drive on. This percentage means once the combine finishes unloading, if he's above this percent, he'll just go offload, even if he's not 100% full, which this is kind of what you want. Is if the combine finishes unloading and he's 95% full, you don't want him to wait around for the next time to unload just 5%, and then the combine's still almost full. So this is what, you can kind of set that and play around with it. Right now we'll leave it there. That out. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we have him set up. We want to drive course. And here, down here, you'll see his status, waiting until fill level is reached. Our combine's only at 34%, so he's not ready to go offload yet because the combine hasn't reached his fill level yet. So we'll leave him be and see if he works on his own. Now, we've only got $17,000, and there are a few things we really do need to get. So, let's go ahead and look into this. We're going to the store. We don't need any more tractors at this point. There's a couple things we really need. We need a fertilizing machine of some sort, whether it's a sprayer or fertilizer spreader, and we need a plow. So, the cheapest plow is $13,000. That's quite a bit. Okay, plows only get you 10% extra yield though. 3 times of fertilization will get you 90% extra yield. So we really want to get a fertilizer of some sort. But that's $29,000 to get those two, basically $30,000. This one has a spread of 12 meters and is only $6,000. This one has a spread of 24 meters and is $28,000. Well, I don't have $28,000. But this only carries 700 liters, which is next to nothing. Alright, so we got a decision to make. But before we make our decision, I want you guys to see. He is driving over to the combine. And let's tap over there so we can see. Alright, nope, not that one. There we go. Driving up and offloading the combine. Perfect. That works splendidly. There they go. Now when the combine's done offloading, it'll go about its work normally, and this guy will park himself somewhere out of the way, hopefully. Alright, let's get away from the sound a little bit. See, there you see him, he's cruising around, just going and kind of parking out of the way, hopefully not in the way for the next pass. And the combine should continue on his way. Alright, excellent. Let's keep an eye on that, make sure that tractor's not in the way. Oh, he's right in the way. Idiot. This is what happens sometimes. It shouldn't. This doesn't actually happen all that often to me. I don't know why it did it then, for whatever reason, but it shouldn't have. Now we just put him back on drive course, and he'll wait until the combine is full again, and he'll go do his thing. Alright, let's get out of here. Now, we need to. We also, if you guys noticed when we went into the bank, we already have a $75,000 loan, which that's got to be paid off at some point. So I don't want to have to take out a bunch more loans, but if we look at our fertilizer spreaders, this only holds 700 liters. It's just not very much. That makes me really hesitant to buy it. Whereas this holds 4,000 liters, which is a lot more. So, but it costs $28,000. That's so much money. I think what we're going to do is buy this one, even though I really don't want to buy this one. I think we're going to do it. Buy. Yep. I just don't like doing that at all. We only have $10,000 left. Holy cow. And it's going down like crazy because I got 3 workers hired. No, I got 4 workers hired. By the way, one of the Courseplay settings sets it so that your workers actually do get paid, just like the normal workers. So even if you're running a Courseplay person, you're still paying them. So I'm actually paying 4 workers right now, which is why you see my money just draining out of my account like crazy. Alright, so we bought that. Now, we also need to buy... Probably? No, we don't need to buy it. Excellent. So you notice over here in our little storage shed, if you guys have started your own game on Goldcrest Valley, you already know this, but we've got fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and seeds already in our shed. Perfect. What we do definitely need then, I'm going to make sure we don't have it before I do it. Yep, okay. We need a front loader. Should be this one, I think. Okay. Front loader. Buy. Oh, I just love watching the money just drain out of our account. And pallet forks. We're going to need more than that at some point, but that's about all I can afford to buy at the moment. And we also need to find out if any of our tractors already have front loader attachers on them. Nope. Nope. And nope. Okay. That's unfortunate. However, we'll make it work. We just need to take a tractor down to pick up our fertilizer spreader, and while we're there, we need to get a front loader attacher for it. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stop this driver so we can stop paying him. And I'm going to take over this tractor myself. Go unload the harvester, since this should be, yes, is his final pass. Get him completely offloaded. He unhired himself, which is perfect, and now we are completely offloaded. Here we go. Now my money's not going down quite so fast. Still going down pretty fast, but not quite as fast. Load. Okay, while we're at it, we might as well check what we have in our silos, because I haven't even checked that yet. Alright, we've got 19,000 wheat now. By the way, we are on normal difficulty setting, in case you guys didn't already know that or didn't already see that. I picked normal for a couple reasons. One, easy. It sets all the settings on super easy. I just couldn't do that. That's too easy. But hard, trying to go for $10 million, I figured hard would just make it a super grind fest, and I decided not to go for that. So we're on normal. Looking at this, I see we've got almost 20,000 wheat, 5,000 barley, 6,000 canola, 6,000 sunflowers, 7,000 soybeans, and 5,000 corn. But looking at some of these, canola, sunflowers, and soybeans, really good prices. So we are going to go sell some of these right off the bat to get ourselves some money. Denton Bakery is where we want to go for soybeans. So let's load up some soybeans and take them to the Denton Bakery. Because we need some money. We are now below $4,000. Here, unload, soybeans, please. Okay, Denton Bakery. If we hit 9 and pull up our big map here, look around the map, where's Denton Bakery? Right there in the lower middle, so it's kind of right in town. That's where we're going. Off we go. So the goal of this first episode here is really just to get the series started. We have purchased our first piece of machinery, a fertilizer spreader, which we will definitely need moving forward in this series. Some of you guys might also be asking, how am I going to make money? My initial plan, and here's my kind of thought, or my maybe disclaimer would be a better word. I don't know what the best way to make money is. What I'm going to do is try all sorts of different things. We're going to get some animals. We're going to do some farming, the regular agriculture, you know, growing crops and everything. We'll probably try selling silage, and we're also going to do some of the missions. Why? Because you can make a lot of money doing missions. So that's basically any way the game gives us to make money, we're going to try to take advantage of that. Okay. This should be the Denton Bakery. Let's pull up our map real quick, make sure we're in the right place. We are. Excellent. Get rid of it. Drive up here. And we should get some nice money for this. We got 7,000 liters. We should get about $10,000 to $11,000 for this. Put some money back in our bank account. I'm going to try to do very little of this off screen. Because there's going to be so many things going on at any one time, I don't want to do much of this series off screen. I want you guys to be able to see what's happening. What we're going to do to get us through today, I'm going to sell this grain. I think that'll be about the end of the episode for today. Then we'll get into some more stuff on the next episode. We've got our guys planting and cultivating still. Once that worker who's seeding gets done, we'll take him and have him work on the field that is currently being cultivated. Come on. Case tractor. Alright, I'm driving all over the road here. Head back up to the farm. We want to sell soybeans, which we just did. Got ourselves a cool $11,000. Then we want to sell probably sunflowers next, and then we'll sell canola too. So those three main crops are worth quite a bit of money, and we were getting good prices on them. So I want to take advantage of that, especially right now while we need the money, and sell them. Here we go. Did I pull too far forward? I did. Oh, silly. There we go. Okay. Oh, that just looks weird. Sorry, the brake lights were flashing. I didn't like that. Okay, sunflowers. Let's unload those. Sunflower. For sunflower, we need to go to Goldcrest Pacific Grain, but we need to get up there in a hurry. So green prices are good prices, but that red arrow means it's dropping, which is not a good thing. So, Goldcrest, goodness gracious, cannot talk. Goldcrest Pacific Grain. Okay, that's up there by field 13. Excellent. That's easy to get to. Switch directions. One goal that I also will have pretty quickly in this series is to try to get rid of this old equipment. The equipment you start with, especially the two case tractors, they are old. They have a lot of hours on them, and they cost a lot of money in maintenance. So, we want to get rid of those pretty quickly if we can. How close is this guy to done? Oh yeah, he's definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. We want to get rid of these because they just start costing so much in maintenance that it's not worth having them anymore. And realistically, you can replace a couple of older tractors with a newer tractor and still be okay. It's going to be a little harder because normally I do a lot of this work myself, whereas in this series I'm using a lot of hired help, so having more vehicles is beneficial to me because I can get more jobs done at once. So we're going to have to balance that. And again, the ultimate goal is $10 million. And at the end of each episode, I think what we'll do is we'll take a little check, figure out where we started with money-wise, and figure out where we're at now, and then talk about, you know, what happened. There we go, sell some more. So, since this episode's almost at an end, we're finally back above $20,000. We got almost $25,000. So we're back on the positive side for today. And we're gonna sell canola, and that'll be the last thing we sell. So we'll see where we end up there. The good news is we're gonna be positive for the day. There will be days coming up in the series where we definitely don't end up positive because we'll be buying equipment and stuff like that. I have to try to, again, it's a balancing game. We're trying to make money. We're trying to get to $10 million. To do that, though, we need more land. We need bigger fields, which means we need bigger equipment. And we have to kind of balance the purchase of fields and equipment and all those kinds of things with trying to make money in the end. I doubt by the end of the series that we'll purchase every field on the map, although that would be pretty cool. But I doubt we'll get there. But we'll just have to see. We're going to end up buying some pretty big fields, and we're going to need some pretty big equipment to work in. So we'll be doing that as the series progresses. Okay, get back in here. Be the last sale of grain that we do today. Want to get canola. I was hoping that we could buy a baler and bale that straw, but I just don't think we're going to have enough money to make it worthwhile. $13.71 at Goldcrest Pacific Grain. Okay, we're back to the same place. Man, the baler one's a tough one. Every piece of machinery I buy, I'm going to be asking myself this question: is it worth it? The round baler, which would be the first one that we could really get, it's the only one we have enough horsepower to do right now anyway. It's like $50-something thousand. And each straw bale is worth like a couple $100. So it's going to take a lot of straw bales to make it worth buying that baler. Now, clearly, down the road, we could use the baler and a bale wrapper and make silage bales, which are worth a lot more. And we could use the straw for animals as a way to make money as well. Straw is just not worth a whole lot on its own. If you use it for the animals, then it's not so bad. But on its own, it's just not worth a lot. And to spend $50,000+ on a baler just to bale that straw, and you're only going to get maybe 10 bales off it, so you're only going to make about $2,000 off of the straw. It's just not worth it, I think, at this point. So this first harvest, plus the field was unfertilized, so there's not going to be a lot of straw there. So I think for this first harvest, we're just going to cultivate that straw back into the ground and replant. As much as I hate to see straw go to waste, the straw itself just is not worth enough money to make it worthwhile. Alright guys, shut her down. Okay, so we started today at $20,000. We are now at almost $33,000. So we made a cool 13 grand today. We also bought a fertilizer spreader. So we're set on a fertilizer spreader now. Once we get the planting done, we're going to need to get fertilizer spreading going so we can keep fertilizing our fields, get our yields up there, get that 90% bonus so we can really start to make some money. But that's going to be it for today. Next time when we come back, we're going to start doing some cultivating. We're going to continue our seeding. Our guy's almost done with field 12. The cultivating guy is done with field 14. So We need to get him switched over to another field, and once our seeding guy is done, we need to get him switched over to another field. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments in the section below. If you have anything you would like to see me do or anything you would like to see me buy, just let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like or subscribe if you did like this video. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.